I honestly put that on almost everything.
Most reverbs, I think, it would kind of be like, gah, but like it has this like,
There's so many sounds in this like galaxy of samples that you kind of just run around.
I can't believe I'm giving this away. No, it's fine.
We've got an exciting festive announcement. The Ultimate Studio Giveaway has returned. One winner will walk away with an incredible prize list. For more details and to be in with a chance to win the bundle, all you have to do is head over to the Take Notes Patreon page at patreon.com/Take Notes, sign up for free, and comment who you'd like to see on the podcast on the top pinned post. The competition will remain open until the 7th of January, at which point a winner will be drawn. Good luck.
I added some natural pitch and stability to the synth. This is kind of what the synth sounds like before all the processing.
And what synth is it?
It's called Diva by Yuhi. So Diva does like pretty convincing like analog emulation. I'm so not a gear person. I can't buy any kind of gear because after, more than a decade of just making music where everything's inside the computer, it's like it breaks my flow state to have to look away from the screen. And so, but I fell in love with the synth. I've been using it for multiple albums. And I'll turn it up a bit, but this is how it sounded before processing. And I think I might have even just taken the initial preset and added a bit of like pitch LFO to it, just to give it that fuzziness comes from a low frequency oscillator being put onto the pitch of the lead. And then I was like, how do I make this more intense? And then the processing, I'll activate it channel by channel. So the first thing is just a massive amount of 1K because I associate the 1K with like a scream. Like a human scream is really like, it's got that, that's all 1K, And then I just ran that into a bit of distortion. And you're basically there. I also use a plugin called Reverb that adds these like late swells, this like, most reverbs, I think it would kind of be like, gah, but like Reverb is like, gah, wow. It's like, it has this like, gah, wow, gah, wow. I was just doing everything that I could to try to take the intensity and make this thing feel like, make it feel like a scream and make it feel like a firework kind of, like whizzing.
Morph, SC, I think it's Synaptic is the company that makes it. It's essentially a vocoder type thing, but you can run drums through it to trigger synths and vice versa and come up with lots of strange sounds. So this is, if I turn it off, this synth is just, I think it's like a choral, it's just like a very horrible sounding synth doing the chords, but playing something else through it, whatever instrument 8 is on here, it turns it into this.
Markedly different, I would say.
Yeah, it suddenly becomes beautiful and you can't tell what's happening. It basically is just, there's something triggering it, poking it through every time. And like, again, it just creates these artifacts that feel so organic and natural. And then I ran it through the Space Echo over there, which just adds that spring reverb. I can't even remember what is triggering it, but something on here is doing that.
Life. I don't think I've actually used it on this, but I always use a plugin called Life, which you can just chuck any like vinyl rip in there and it sort of automatically chops stuff. But this project has lived in like 3 or 4 different sessions. So I may have done stuff in other sessions and bounced quite often just to save CPU load. I do that. So a lot of this is like almost printed audio, like almost stems and then resampling again and again. Kind of just gives you that a bit more control. But yeah, I think there's just a lot of like nice loops. I mean, this I think is life. So that just little thing I think would have just been like a little vinyl loop, and then life kind of just spits out loops of in time, and they're a little bit, it's not perfect, but when it's layered, with so many other things, it's just little bits that aren't totally obvious, but as a whole, it doesn't then sound like some MIDI drums. Basically, you're just trying to get as far away from sounding like MIDI drums and as possible, I think.
Yeah.
Contact plugin called Fiddle that really slaps. It's really good. And so I did a reference to send him to be like, this is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it's called The Fiddle. And
very Nashville of you.
well, it's really good. Listen to this plugin. It's awesome. I think that's so nice.
So that's you playing keyboard,
Using
using
a
that
keyboard,
plugin,
using a plugin, and
sending
so
it to him so he could.
I sent it to him, and I probably left it in quiet. Like you
Yeah.
probably hear like a little bit of that with his thing. Yeah.
Which, by the way, no producer programming strings sounds that good.
Oh,
Like,
thanks,
that's
Ash.
such a testament to your score
My
writing.
stringiness.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's
Means
really,
a lot.
it's really hard to program strings.
Thanks. Very sweet of you.
Really good job.
But even still, I mean, if I program strings, I really want a string player to come in and play them. So it was a fun way to balance both.
I used to play.
What's
My
the
favorite
approach?
delay right now is this one called Repeater, and it has this. You can see it has this spread, and I really like what the spread does. It puts the delay like not in the center, and it's not exactly left right. It's almost kind of like it's maybe like an S curve that's distributing different frequencies left and right. We can listen to that real quick.
Oh, are we able to hear with and without, Rostam?
you wish it could be easy
Yeah.
to change my mind.
So this is with the delays just up the center.
Oh, I bet you wish it could be easy.
And you can hear like when the delay's up the center, it's kind of interfering with how you hear the vocals, how you hear the lyrics. It kind of eats into the lyrics.
I bet you wish it could be easy, but it's not.
But when we use the spread function, you go to spread mode B, that's my real favorite. Then you'll see it keeps the delay like kind of like out of the way of the center.
I bet you wish it could be easy, but it's not this time.
And yeah, I like that because I care about intelligibility. I think everybody cares about intelligibility. It's always like bad when you get the mix one back and then the artist is like, I can't understand my own lyrics. So that's something that's like on my mind. But yeah, I'll go through there's different delays that I like, but I am kind of loyal to this repeater and spread mode B. I can reveal, but I'm sure I'll get sick of it at some point and do something else.
This episode is being supported by Tape It, the iPhone app made specifically for musicians. If you, like many of our guests, use voice memos, then switching to Tape It is an obvious choice. And now, Tape It has layering. This means you can record over your voice notes, try out top lines, stack harmonies, build up instruments, jam with yourself, and so much more. Layering is such an exciting addition to Tape It's long list of features to help you stay creative and organized, including the ability to record straight from your lock screen, set markers, add notes, and add photos of settings. You can easily import your old voice notes, sync to the cloud, and create shared playlists with co-writers and bandmates. So, head to the link below to install Tape It and use the promo code TAPENOTES to receive a whopping 20% off Tape It Pro. And now, back to the episode.
We had this really clicky Hammond B3. There's like on a Hammond organ, there's like a sound click that can happen at the beginning of the sound. And I really like that sound. So I use this plugin to enhance that clickiness. And there's this smudge filter on the FabFilter Saturn II plugin, and the smudge kind of makes it kind of like elongates the sound, including the clicks. So without it, just kind of sounds like a normal Hammond B3. But then if you turn it on, you get this like grainy kind of smudgy sound.
And then really subtle little hi-hatty things that are also glitching.
And to create the glitch effect, what do you do?
Well, this one is this is not how you're meant to use it. I had to record. I used Audio Hijack to record Logic through my laptop backend, if you know what I mean, because I was using a plugin in a way that you're not meant to use it. So I'll just make a new channel for the plugin. It's called EXO. And it's like a drum machine, but it's a really fun way of finding sounds because it's got this galaxy looking thing of all the drum sounds, and you can add new ones, and it sort of places them next to each other, ones that sound similar to each other. So you can look for drum sounds by just scrolling through this galaxy like this. And if you land on a little area that you like, you can scroll around drum sounds that sound similar to each other and zoom in to find more. And it's like, I don't know, it's a fun, quick, easy way to find drum sounds. But then what I did here on this track is record out of Logic of me scrolling around, but to a tempo. So it's still got a rhythm, but I'm basically using like thousands of drum sounds.
Yeah.
For a hi-hat.
Yeah, and they're constantly changing.
Yeah.
Do they repeat at all?
I don't think so, because there's so many sounds in this like galaxy of samples that you kind of just run around and hit new stuff all the time. But that's a very quiet little element that's only in the track for about 15 seconds.
So I was trying to find something for the chorus, and it ended up doing this weird like Hawaiian. And then it just went, once Hayley had her melodies, and it was kind of like too much. So I used this plugin Portal a ton. It's like a output audio effect. It's like a granular reverb. So I just threw that on there and just trying different things, and it just turned it into
Right.
I was like, cool. And so that's kind of,
it really does evoke that like Beck type.
yeah.
feel.
I think Odelay especially was kind of like really prominent in my mind for this one. Like here's another time I used Portal. So like this sound, this is the sample, and then this is the original. Yeah, so it's like a string sample, and then so I pitched that in the key, and then threw Portal on it. And it's just pulling it in just these weird ways that when it's tucked in, it like kind of can just create a little extra texture, as we like to say.
Extra texture.
So how have you created all of those things then?
So those are, I can't believe I'm giving this away. No, it's fine. Yeah, the majority of these strings are from this plugin called Bohemian Violin.
What a great name.
It's great, isn't it? This is pretty good, it's especially more impressive when it's coming from the keyboard of the laptop.
Yeah. So you're actually playing that in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful violin player.
Not a dry eye in the house. But then that's I use that for the chords. I just like how sad violins can get. And then like brighter. But that's where the voices come in to like kind of add the layer on top as well.
Let's just go to my favorite reverb preset. Echo Boy Galaxy. and you turn up the saturation, it just has an amazing like long tail. So like you could let that ring on a drop, or and then a good technique, like I always like, you could bounce and place that and reverse it. You know, I honestly put that on almost everything. Yeah, Echo Boy, Sound Toys, or Effectrix, that's another good one. But yeah, Sound Toys, Echo Boy is a great verb. And even if you just use like, what I love about Echo Boy is
I've been stuck in
just the
Sunday,
default, like you can whack that on,
tired of all my mind games.
turn the dry up.
I play along, and everybody knows that's the way that the weekend
It just sounds great. Like I put that on most things. It's just no, it's a good plugin.
I really, it's funny because I don't have it on this computer right now, but I love Echo Boy. What is that? Is that Sound Toys Echo Boy? It's just like instant delay. When you're working in digital a lot and working with digital sounds, delay is such an important effect, right? But if you're using digital sounds, oftentimes it'll be the exact same sound if you play the same note 2 beats apart. So if you have a digital delay on top of a digital sound, it's gonna just double the volume basically when the delay tap hits at the same time as the note. So if you've got a melody, it's like dum da da dum, and you've got a quarter note delay on that, it's going to sound like this, dum da da dum. And so the reason that something like Echo Boy is really great is that it just kind of, its default preset has a little bit of pitch modulation and a little bit of effect to it. So even if you're using a very digital static sound, the delay taps won't be redundant with the sound itself. So I love that. I love just opening up Echo Boy, going to whatever tap time I need for the sound, and just knowing that it's not going to get in the way. I think that's really, really essential.